Hello, welcome back to Crochet Ray Ray. So I was thinking of a cute project to do and something that would be fun and fast, and something that I think a lot of people struggle with is crocheting in the round. See how beautifully round this sunflower is, and the stem is also round, starts with a round. And I think this just is an adorable little pattern, and it only took me a little bit to do. Had a little bit of stuffing in the stem and in the face. This is made up of single crochets and doubles, half doubles, and triples, well, double triples, and these leaves. I think it's super cute. So we're going to attempt this, and first I'm going to show you how to make the rounds. There'll be two rounds here, the back and the front, and then those will be sewn together holding with the petals here. So let's get started. Crocheting in the round is kind of difficult to master if you don't understand the way that a circle multiplies around in each round. So if you take a look at this starts with a circle of stitches, and then the next is a double of those stitches, and then the next is a double and a half, and so forth. So we make this circle perfectly round. I start my circles in all my amigurumis with a magic circle. Some people start with chain 2 and then put the stitches in there. I'll show you what that looks like on both ways. We're going to make 2 circle rounds with the sunflower. Here's my green. This is Karen Simply Soft, and then the brown is also Karen Simply Soft. I cannot remember what the yellow was. It's one of the vintage yarns that I have. I just liked it because it was a nice yellow, kind of goldeny, not super bright yellow. It was pretty. So we're going to start with a magic circle. So magic circle is, we're going to double it around into a circle. And so you have a circle here. And then instead of starting this with an actual slip knot in there, at the end of the tail, we are going to do a magic circle. So here I made a little loop. I'm going to hold these together, and then I'm going to make a single crochet onto that loop to hold it together. And then I'm going to make 6 single crochets around. Five, 6. Now here's the magic. So we're going to take this tail and we're going to cinch this circle closed, and there's 1 round. Now, amigurumi style means that we are going to work in continuous rounds. And so with the next stitch on this, we're going to start right there. We're not going to slip stitch this together. We're just going to stitch 1. If I can get it in there. I made that a little tight. Get that in there. Get it in there. I might have to start this over again. All right, I got it. And then the second round is 2 crochets in every stitch, which will increase this doubly. So we'll have 12 rows. So it's like multiples if you think about it this way. So the first round is 6, the second round is 12. The next round will be 18, and the round after that will be 24, then 30, 36, 42. So multiples of 6 because we started with a round of 6. Okay, so we made it to the end of the round. I actually went down a hook size too. Things were a little tight there. So now we're at the end of the round. This pattern calls for the continuous rows here. So we're not going to chain one at the end. We are going to just continue into the next round. And so the next round says we're going to have 18 stitches at the end of this round. So we're going to crochet into the first stitch of the first round, and then one single crochet, and then the second stitch is 2 single crochets, one crochet, 2, this yarn's really slick against this hook. You can hear it, squeaky squeak. Oh, it's gonna release that one. So here is the pattern for the rounds that we have, and for one sunflower you can see row 1, 6 single crochets in a magic ring, 6, increase around 12, that's 2 stitches in every stitch around. Row 3, single crochet increase times 6. So 6 times you're going to go single crochet increase until you get 18 stitches, which is where we're at right here. And see, I've marked my stitch marker because that is the end of the row. That's 18 stitches around this round. Row 4, single crochet 2 and increase. So that's single crochet, 1 stitch at a time, and then increase in 2 with 2 stitches in 1 single crochet, and then so forth. And you see there are these multiples, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 40, 48, and then we're going to finish off with 48 stitches all the way around. So, and there's 2. So when we get 2, we're going to put them back to back just like this when we start the inside, when we start the petals around it. So I'm going to put this aside and we will continue with crocheting the round. So here I put my stitch marker in, and you can use this kind of stitch marker. You can use this little stitch marker. It's just based on your preference. One might be just more cumbersome to work with than the other. You know, depends on your yarn, depends on how you mark it. I actually don't prefer these. I just don't like them. I like this. It's just stick it in there. No, I can't see. Stick it in that stitch. Make sure that we're not in the stitch we have to crochet in. So I kind of stick it on one of the legs from the row, the previous row. We'll just stick it here so we know that this is where we ended the last row. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so here we go. Now we talked about the repeat pattern, and this is the 4th row. So remember, we're making this a circle, so it's crucial for the circle to continue this way. It kind of reminds me of like the Fibonacci sequence, but it's not. So that means we're gonna single crochet, 1, 2, and then here's the increase. I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm actually going to pull my stitch marker out because I can't really see. And then so we're going to single crochet 1, I just caught the end of the stitch, so this kind of yarn is kind of splitty. So frustrating. So 1, so that's 1 in there, and then go back in the same time, the same stitch, 2. So now we have increased the row count. So for every one, we're going to actually increase, I think, what, 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 2 single crochets and 1 stitch, single crochet 2, this yarn's really tight, crochet 2. Okay, we get that right, and then go all the way around until we get our desired amount of stitches in the row before we start the next row. So you can actually kind of tell too where, if you see where your magic circle started, your joins are kind of going to be in the same area when you reach the end of a row. And so sometimes I kind of guesstimate where to stop, and then I count back my stitches to make sure that I've had enough, because like I said, I'm not very good at keeping, if you're not good at keeping track of your stitches, normally I would be counting, but I can't count and talk to you at the same time. So here we are, having to stop to count. Okay, so I believe we were supposed to have 24 stitches at the end of row 4. So now see, we count the V's. I'm gonna take my hook out so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23, 24. The last stitch would have 2. I was close. There we be. So I'm going to mark this because I'm going to show you the other way people start their amigurumi. So a quick tip, if you don't want to lose where your hook has and you want to mark your place, I do it this way. Like I use my stitch marker to hold my place and to hold my yarn. It's genius. And that way, like, it doesn't get pulled out when I'm traveling anywhere. If I lose my hook, I know where my stitches are. It makes it super easy. Okay, so the other way to amigurumi, which, by the way, amigurumi is a Japanese word. It's like kind of a contraction. The ami part means to knot, and the gurumi, I think that's how I say it. And the gurumi is small animals, like building small animals. So amigurumi is building small toys. So with knots, so crocheting or knitting, you can knit amigurumi. It's not just crochet, just most people do crochet because I've tried to knit stuffed animals. It doesn't work out very well for me. It's just so many small spaces. So here we're going to do a slip knot again. There's my slip knot. And then the way this style works is we chain 2, 1, 2, and then you chain into this first chain. So in essence, this acts as your circle, And this is like the turning chain. So this means we'll do 6. Three, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to show you what the downfall of this is. There's sometimes a little hole still left if you don't pull this knot really tight, or if you don't get your stitches in there all the way. You get this tiny little hole and you gotta like sew it up. And I don't really like that, sewing it up. Some people do. And see, look how nice and cinched this looks with the magic circle. Very nice. And then here's the old technique of amigurumi. I'm not quite sure how people like solved to that. Maybe their slip knots were different. I don't know. It's not working out so well. But then, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you would just start the next round. You do not chain 1 in this style of crochet. It will leave a seam. I'll show you something when I find it, if I can find it, what a seam looks like in amigurumi. I think it might be in Derek's room. I made him a little stuffed animal one time when I was starting to make stuffed animals, when I ventured into 3-dimensional crochet. So there's our row. 1, and then we're going to do 2 crochets in every stitch again. So this is like row 2. See, in the increase. I really do not like this yarn and this crochet hook. It does not feel good in my hand, and I do not like that squeaky sound. Can you hear that squeaky sound? I can hear that squeaky sound. We might have to change in this project. What kind of hook is this? It's a D. This is a small hook. I'm gonna have to find a D. I might not have any other D hooks, or I might just size up the different hook. That might be the better option. We'll have to see. Ooh, speaking of which, I was organizing my stuff. My mom got me these super cool containers to organize my things. And like, here's like my little notions box. My stitch markers. Oh yeah, and then here is these other kinds of finishing needles. Instead of using like a tapestry needle, you can use one of these, and then you can just like kind of weave them in and out. We'll do that another time. And this is for like knitting if you want to hold your stitches back for like cabling. We'll put that away. But like, I got like knitting needles. These are my rounds. And then double pointed knitting needles. And then here's like a box. That was really loud, people. Sorry about that. Lots of crochet hooks. All kinds of crochet hooks in there. Oh, I don't know how this rogue knitting needle got in there. We'll put him where he belongs. And ooh, look at this one. This is a vintage aluminum crochet hook. Look how small that is. A B1 or 2.5 millimeters. That sucker is tiny. I'm not quite sure. Exclusive design. Maybe it's the hook. We'll put that away though. And we'll put this away. All my stuffs. And so that was 2 styles of starting your rounds. Here is the green with the magic circle, and here is the chain 2. Interesting, huh? Okay, so I'll come back later and when I'm done with crocheting the brown and what that looks like when we start doing the petals. So we're going to continue on the pattern. I will post the pattern link in the description so you can get it. And this is a free pattern, so no, you don't have to purchase it. So we will continue with this round and end with the 48 stitches. So just 7 rows, 48 stitches at the end. And then weave in the ends.